I believe I am live. I just want to verify that everything is a go. Um, in this video, I want to spend a little bit of time, as the title says, how to start affiliate marketing with WordPress. Now, WordPress is basically a content management system or content management software. Basically, it sits on top of your web hosting provider, and you create content on it. The reason why I recommend and prefer using WordPress is simply that it makes your life easier. You don't have to worry about you don't have to spend time learning coding. You don't have to figure out how to do headings and footers and worry about the look and feel. And so in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together I'm going to put together the foundational pieces of of a WordPress blog for affiliate marketing. So we're going to take a look at ThemeForest, which is a place where you can buy premium themes. We're going to look at a web hosting platform, which in this instance will use Bluehost. I also own a web hosting company if you want to use that instead. But there will be a link to both Bluehost and it's called Remote Web Services, easy for me to say. We'll also take a look at how to generate a domain name, and we're going to basically look at some of the foundational things of WordPress. And we're going to use my website, alstongodbolt.com, as an example, and we're going to run through this. Now, this video will probably take, 30 to 45 minutes, just because we're going to cover a lot. Feel free to watch this video over and over and over and over and over again if this helps. But my name is Alston Godbolt, and I create videos, I create content to help you generate passive income with affiliate marketing in 1 hour per day without quitting your full-time job. A little bit about me. I got started with affiliate marketing a little while ago after work because I was concerned that I was going to lose my job. There were a lot of changes that were going around in my company, and I was concerned that my job would be outsourced to either North Carolina or over to Mexico. And so I started looking for different ways to make money online. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in and piece this all together. When you're starting WordPress, when you think about WordPress, if you're going to do a self-hosted blog, which I use and recommend, you're going to need a domain name. So that's going to be the name of your website, what people refer to. Mine is alstongodbolt.com. You can either use your name, obviously, or you can use like a branded name. And that branded name can either be for your niche, or it can be something in general. The greatest example that I use is CNET or ESPN. Those names aren't directly tied. Yahoo, Google, those names don't really mean anything, but they're foundational core names in which people use and recognize. So don't necessarily be married to a domain name. In fact, it will probably be kind of difficult to find one when you're first getting started, but there are a number of options out there. So we're going to look at web hosting, we're going to look at domain name, and then look at premium themes. I recommend getting a premium theme. The difference between a premium theme and a free theme, the premium themes are usually kept together a little bit better. There's a thing in software called spaghetti code. Basically, people are just kind of writing code, and it's long and drawn out, which can cause additional problems. Premium themes also come with a number of plugins already integrated, and so it can have everything that you need as like a one-stop shop. So we're going to get into all of that. Like I said, it'll probably take 35, 45 minutes, maybe even an hour to cover all of that information because it is a lot. So first things first, let's look at domain names. So I'm going to jump on over to this website. Is called instantdomainsearch.com, and you can come up with a number of different ideas in domain names. Now, when you're thinking about a domain name, I recommend sticking to .com if possible. .net, don't ever use .org unless you're a not-for-profit. I recommend those in that order. Definitely don't use your regional or country affiliation, because people will automatically assume that it won't apply to them. For example, let's say you're doing a design blog, so you're doing interior design, and in one country they may use the metric system, and in another country they may use a different type of system. If people see .co or they see .uk, they're going to assume that it's not for them, and they're going to click off, or they won't even click on your site, so that could have a negative impact. They may not spend the time to see that you do both you do the conversion for them, and so you may potentially lose a customer. Anyway, so for this example, let's use basketball. I like using basketball because it's pretty easy to figure out. And I'm just going to type in basketball.com. Whoops, maybe I'll spell it right this time. So basketball.com obviously is taken. But as you can see with this website, it offers a number of different options that you could potentially buy. So basketballs, let's try cash basketball. None of these are great. Let's try B-Ball Life. And in general, you want these to be as short as possible, just so that people can easily identify with them. So if we go to bballlife.com, it is $8.99. bballifeshop.com is $8.99. This may, customers that see this may assume that you're selling a product or service, so that might not be great if you're just getting started. Web ball, let's try B-ball training. That's worth $7.50. B-ball training. In B-ball training. Super, blah, blah, blah. Social. You could do B-ball training blog. That's probably available. You could buy that. So that's really the first step. What I'd recommend is you get a couple domain name ideas. Make sure that you stick to .com, because that is going to be most recognized, and so people are going to assume that this is a real and a credible site. So that's step one. Find a domain name. Step two, and what I would do is I would look at maybe Namecheap, because I think you can get domains for like 99 cents. So you want to start off paying 99 cents, and these domain names are yearly. They're annual fees. So the first year you may pay 99 cents. The next year you may pay $16.99, and then there are additional add-ons on top of that. You can get, I think you can get like ID protection, and you want to do that so that people aren't constantly emailing you and spamming you to try and get access either to steal your information or to, hello guys, if you're just joining, to steal your information or to sell you or buy your domain name for you, from you. You'll get that a lot. So you want to do your ID theft protection so people can't see, when they do a whois, people can't see your information. So we've got that. The next step is to go to a web hosting platform. Now, when web hosting is in of itself can be confusing if you're not familiar with some of the terminology. I'm here on Bluehost. I'm an affiliate for Bluehost. I'll leave a link if you're just getting started. Definitely check out Bluehost. They have a pretty good value. You can start with $3.99 a month. When it comes to web hosting, there is shared, VPS, and dedicated hosting. Shared is going to be the least expensive, but you are sharing you're on the same hard drive or server as hundreds, if not thousands, of other people. VPS is a virtual private server, so basically you're getting, you may be either getting your own server, or there may be fewer people on a server. And then dedicated hosting, basically you have your own chunk of space. Shared is going to be less expensive. Dedicated is going to be most expensive. And if you're just getting started and you don't have any people, you don't have any traffic, start off with shared hosting. The reason for that is you're going to say, hey, thanks for the like. Hello, Lisa, how's it going? Start off with this basic plan, and you can always upgrade as you get more traffic and upgrade. A couple things with hosting. Everyone should be offering free SSL, one domain, 5 park domains, and subdomains. So a subdomain is, so my domain name is alstongodbolt.com. A subdomain would be like go.alstongodbolt.com. I believe, I'm pretty sure that's right. That's right. And then park domains are basically domains that aren't in use. But if you're just getting started, and just go with this basic for $3.95 a month, and then as you progress, you can always upgrade, or you can switch providers. I recommend that if you start getting, let's say, 1,000 visitors a month, start upgrading to either a higher quality hosting provider or look at possibly a VPS hosting. Um, yeah, shared. You can do shared with unlimited websites. Shared can have as many domains as you want. Um, Anyway, continuing on. So basically, the process is pretty simple. You just click select. They're going to try and upsell you with like a WordPress install. You already have your. You will. What I recommend is you buy a domain at like Namecheap or somewhere that you can get it for 99 cents, and bring your domain over, because you're going to save money here. WordPress is, Bluehost is going to charge you like 16, maybe 9.99 to create a domain with them. It's a value added thing where they can make reoccurring revenue. Again, reoccurring revenue is good, but essentially, um, essentially, they're just making additional money on top of it. But you could just go through here, answer the questions, and it'll probably take maybe, I want to say, like a half an hour for everything to go through for your website to be ready for information and stuff. Congratulations on your 9 clicks. Lisa said I got 9 clicks last week. Baby steps. Yeah. When you're just getting started, Lisa, it is a slow crawl. What I recommend that you do, and I'm not sure that you've done this, I recommend starting a Pinterest account and linking your blog with Pinterest. Um, it's really easy to do, and basically what I do is, yeah, pointing the servers can be tricky. Some companies don't want you to know that information because they want you to go through them. But yeah, once you can find the name servers, you can basically do whatever you want. Um, yeah, I recommend starting a Pinterest account because it's a pretty low impact way of getting traffic. Start a Pinterest account. It's really easy, and I'll show you. And I did a little bit of this yesterday on my live stream yesterday. For whatever reason, it was marked as private. I couldn't see it. So this is my Pinterest account, and I don't want to get too far in the weeds, but um, the easy way to do Pinterest is to go to Canva, which is free, Canva, and go to a website called Unsplash. All of these images that I have are from Unsplash. Um, yeah, it's real simple, and basically Lisa and I are having a one-on-one conversation here. Yeah, so I would go to Canva, and you can just type in, once you get to Canva, type in um, Pinterest template, and you can use the templates. They have hundreds, if not thousands, of different ones that you can use. And then to make your content a little bit more unique, I would go over to Unsplash, which has free images, and download those images and use those images, and then you can just drag them right into Canva, and you can start getting traffic that way. And just to prove to you that this does work, so right now I have 1.6 thousand, 1,600,000 monthly viewers, and if I go to overview real quick, Canvas. So this is my traffic for, this is just the impression. So how many times this is getting seen. Now, I am a huge believer in Pinterest because not many people are on it, and as I mentioned yesterday, the people that are on Canva, or the people that are on Pinterest, have a higher household income than other social media sites. So these people are ready to buy, they're looking for things to buy, and they're looking for ideas. So if you have a creative eye, I recommend that you jump in and just start pinning things. It's all trial and error, trial by fire. Anyway, continuing on, trying to stay on topic because I am kind of long-winded. So you go ahead, you can use Bluehost or whatever it is. I recommend Bluehost if you're starting out. It'll take probably 20 minutes to a half an hour for everything to get up and going. They are going to, at that point, they're going to try and get you to buy premium themes. They're going to try and get you to buy, certain protections. Am I working here still? Um, I wouldn't do any of that. I would go over to ThemeForest and find premium themes. You can find premium themes for relatively cheap, and you can find themes that do any and everything. I wonder what's going on. It says I'm buffering here. I'm just going to push through and hopefully this gets better. Anyway, so basically what you want to do is just once you get over to ThemeForest, go over to WordPress, and then you can find themes. Let's say we'll do. Let's say we'll do. We'll just type in blog and see what happens. So these are all of the different themes. There's a travel blog. Um, I just like WordPress because it makes your life so much easier. Basically, you can download this theme to your computer, upload it to your web hosting provider. So you'd upload it to Bluehost, and then click import demo. It'll set it up just like the way this one looks, and then you can go on there and make little modifications as needed. That's why I like and recommend everyone that's just getting started with creating content on the internet to use WordPress. It'll save you a lot of time, energy, effort, and frustration. So as you can see here, go over to ThemeForest, look up different ones. Don't spend a lot of time on it. You're going to eventually modify this to make it your own anyway. But when I talk about a theme, I'm talking about the way this website looks and feels. Now, this theme that I'm using right now is a theme that I got from Income School. Income School is a blogging or a content management course that I've been following for the last, I would say, maybe year and a half now at this point. I have a number of videos on how I've been doing with that. But this overall theme is the overall look and feel of this website is a theme. And some of the stuff that you can't see are plugins. Plugins add additional functionality. And so we're going to take a look at all of that really quickly here. Like this hero here is part of the theme. These 6 images here are part of the theme. The way this looks is the theme. But hop on over to ThemeForest. I think you do need either a credit card or PayPal. Find one that works for you. Don't spend a lot of time with it. Once you find it, you're going to go up to, you'll check out, you'll be able to download the theme. One thing that you'll need a product key. That product key will enable you to get the updates for the theme, so you want to make sure that you get that. One of the great things about paying for premium themes is it allows you to get updates as frequently as the theme creator updates it. Hey, thanks, Lisa. Continuing on, let's see. Talked about the theme. All right, so we've got the theme. We download it. Let's hop on over to the back end of my website. So this is basically what every WordPress website looks like on the back end. So on the back end, you're going to have home, you're going to have posts, book reviews. That's the book reviews, product reviews, recipes, video reviews are included with the theme. There's YouTube free as a plugin. Testimonials is included with the theme. ClickFunnels is a plugin. Some of these other ones are plugins as well. If we go over to, let's go to settings. Actually, let's go to appearance. Appearance, and then if we go to themes, this is where you're going to upload your theme. Now, one thing that you have to do, and I've made this mistake many times and I forget, you get excited and you start to miss steps. Once you download your theme from WordPress, once you download your theme from ThemeForest or wherever it is, you want to make sure that you unzip it. Actually follow the directions, because there will be a number of directions and they'll tell you step by step. But this is where you would go to upload your brand new theme. You just go to add new, and then most likely it's going to be in your downloads folder on your computer, and you're just going to import it. As it says here, upload theme, go through the steps and upload it. Once you upload it, you'll want to do the import. The import basically will make it look exactly like how it looks over on ThemeForest, and then you just modify it from there. The next step that I recommend that you do is I recommend that you go and install plugins. Again, plugins will add additional functionality, but what's very, very important is that you do not add too many plugins. The more plugins that you have on your site, the slower your site will perform, and the more it will be punished on Google. Google looks at how quickly your website loads, how quickly it navigates from how quickly it navigates from page to page. All of that is important when you're trying to rank in Google. And so, yeah, are you a fan of Yoast plugin? Yeah, it's all right. I mean, there's a lot of stuff on there that you don't necessarily need, and so you can't get bogged down with it. But you could use it. It's not bad. Um, let's see here. Let me find a new theme. Let me find a plugin here. Actually, I'm in the wrong spot. So if I go to where am I? Plugins. Excuse me. Plugins. Here we are. So I click on plugins. This is a list of the plugins that I have. I actually have a lot of plugins. A lot of these are deactivated. Some of these plugins actually came with previous themes that I just didn't delete. What I'm going to do to find a plugin, I'm just going to go to add new. And what I recommend, if you are just getting started, look for some sort of caching plugin. The caching plugin or a CDN, a content delivery network CDN plugin will enable your website to load faster. So a CDN is basically like putting pieces of your website all over the world. If you don't have a CDN, whenever someone goes to alstongodbolt.com, they're going to go to wherever your server is. So if your server is in Denver, people from all over the world are going to come from Denver, will come from where they are and go to Denver to get your information. But if you have a CDN will place a piece of it in Nevada, a piece of it in Alberta, Canada, wherever that network is set up. And so the initial parts of your website will load a little bit faster. So it can help with Google rankings. It can help make your website look faster, because if your website doesn't load in like 3 seconds, people are going to click off of it. Are you a fan of the classic editor or the Gutenberg? It doesn't matter to me. Gutenberg, it was a little frustrating when I first got started. You just have to like click multiple times, but eventually you get used to it. There's a classic plugin, classic editor right there. To me, it's not really worth the hassle of having it, but some people like it. It just doesn't matter to me. Anyway, what I recommend is looking for something that offers caching. I think I have Lightspeed Cache on here. It's definitely something you want to download and install as a plugin, and also look for a content delivery. I think I can't remember the CDN that I'm using. Yeah, I can't remember which CDN I'm using, but I know that I'm using at least one. There are free CDNs out there. I wouldn't necessarily consider buying a premium one or paying for it unless you have the traffic to support it. At some point, you have to make a decision. Is my website or websites bringing in money? If they're bringing in money, I can reinvest. It. So anyway, plugins, I wouldn't have more than 5 or 6 just to be safe. If we go back over to appearance, you can go to, as I mentioned, the import demo. Customize is where I believe you can change the colors and overall look and feel. So that really comes down to your personal eye. What is important, at least in my opinion, what's important to me is not spending a lot of time worrying about how pretty it is. I want to get content up as soon as possible, because the quicker you can get content up, the quicker you can start ranking. The quicker you can start sending that content around the internet, and who knows where it'll end up. One thing that's kind of happening to me is, so when I create a piece of content, I put it on Quora, I put it on Reddit, I put it on Facebook, a Facebook page, my Facebook page, I put it on a Facebook group, and I put it on Twitter, and I make a Pinterest pin. I want my content to be as many places as possible, because not everyone goes everywhere. And so I want to give myself enough of an opportunity, and I recommend that you do that as well. If you are, don't spend a lot of time making it pretty, because ultimately people are going to come for your blogging content, and they're probably not going to navigate around and say, this looks terrible. Actually, the website that I was on yesterday through Pinterest was not a great looking website, but it was getting traffic and it was making sales. So what I want to do next is I want to go over to posts. So now that we have basically the framework of our blog up, there's a few different things that you want to do. You probably want to do a privacy policy, which can be automatically created through WordPress, which is another great feature. You probably want to get like an About Us page up, so Google and the world knows that you're a real person and you're not a company masking or pretending to be a real person. And then just start creating content. Now, I talk about creating content a lot, but the easiest way to do it is with alphabet soup. Find your niche, which I talked a lot about yesterday, and just go through and just try and grab as many keywords, key topics, key phrases as possible. So if we're thinking about it, if we're thinking about it, let's use wealth. The big three are health, wealth, relationships, and the big four are health, wealth, relationships, and technology. But any niche can work. So if we're thinking about creating content under the wealth umbrella or the wealth niche, the next step is to make money. The next step is to make money online, because you can obviously make money online or offline. And then the next step underneath that would be affiliate marketing or drop shipping or retail arbitrage or whatever it is. And then the next step under affiliate marketing could be like how to promote ClickBank products or how to make money promoting Amazon affiliate. And so that fourth or fifth level is where you want to start creating content. I'm glitching. I wonder why that is. Correct. Affiliate disclosure. That is right. I wonder why I'm glitching. What does that have to do? I wonder if I've got too much stuff going on here. I don't like that. Thanks for letting me know, Lisa, that I'm glitching. I'm trying to push through. Anyway, so let's say you're going that route, or if you're going health, you want to lose weight. Maybe you want to lose 10 pounds. Maybe you want to lose 10 pounds in 10 days. Maybe you want to lose 10 pounds in 10 days, and then you start looking for content that way. So what I'm going to do, and what I like to do, is we'll say how to lose 10 pounds. So if we're doing affiliate marketing here, and we've decided on health as our top level niche. We've decided how to lose 10 pounds. Next is how to lose 10 pounds, and we'll give it a time frame, or we'll say 10 days. And then, as you can see, this is even niche down as well. How freezing up here and there. Correct, affiliate disclosure. So how to lose 10 pounds in 10 days. And then, as you can see, there are a number of different options there as well. So I would just make a list of 10 or 15 items that you can create content on. At this point, you can make the decision of creating the content yourself or going to a writer. If you're going to go to a writer, I recommend either TextUN, that's TEXTUN. I didn't have a good experience with iWriter. You could try and find someone on Upwork, just be careful. You can try finding someone on Fiverr, be very careful there. But there are a number of different places that you can find content for relatively cheap. But if you don't know how to lose 10 pounds in 10 days without exercise, what I recommend that you do is do a little bit of research. Read a few of these blog articles and synthesize what you read. So basically that means chew it up, alter it, make it your own, and then spit it out. If someone is doing a 10-step approach, 4 ways to lose 10 pounds in 1 week, I would do 8 ways or 16 ways. I would do twice as good, if possible, than the next person, just because there's already a blog post on 4 ways to lose 10 pounds in 10 days. So that's what I would do if I was just getting started with a brand new blog and you want to niche down. So the question that always pops up is, Can you niche down too much? Yes and no. I don't think you can niche down too much because there are 8 billion people in this world. Out of 8 billion people, 4 billion don't have access to the internet, and 1%, let's say, what's 10% of 4 billion? 400 million. Out of 400 million, if even 1% of that or a hundredth of a percent of that, you're still looking at 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 people, and you're creating 30, 40 or 50 pieces of content. You're going to hit people. You're going to niche down far enough where you're out of the way of the major players, and you're going to hit enough people. And the really the point of niching down is to generate and build domain authority. Now, domain authority is basically the art of telling Google that you're credible. You're not just out there to take people's money. You're offering valuable content. That's the point of domain authority. And so it's very possible. It's okay to build your domain authority because blogging is the long game. Now, if you want to speed that up, I recommend I recommend starting a YouTube channel. I recommend doing Pinterest and doing some of the other things that I just mentioned. Create an ecosystem where you can bounce your content all over the internet. Again, because not everyone's going to go directly to your blog. Not everyone's going to find you on Pinterest or YouTube or Facebook. There's just groups of people that have a deep hatred for Facebook, so they're not going to go. They have a deep hatred for YouTube, so they're not going to go. You want to go get your target audience because maybe, let's say WikiHow is only creating blog content. Maybe they don't have a YouTube channel, so you can get ahead of them by creating a YouTube channel and skipping it. So because the internet is so crazy and weird, you kind of have to try and push all the buttons and figure out what works. And when you download, and I recommend, and I don't want this to sound like rambling, but if you are just getting started with, if you're just getting started with affiliate marketing WordPress, I recommend that you download Google Analytics, and I recommend that you download Google Search Console. Google Analytics will tell you where your traffic is coming from. And so if you can see what's working, you just do more of what's working. If you can see that people are coming from Pinterest, create more pins and send people that way. More pins, more people equals more money. And that's, I'm assuming, one of the reasons why you're doing affiliate marketing. Where are we at for time? We're already at 32 minutes. So, I just want to recap here, just in case, I'm glitching and having issues. Go over to domain name. Go to instantdomainsearch.com and find a domain name. You want to make sure that you use .com. Don't use your country. Don't use your region. People are going to be turned off by that. Go over to a web hosting company. I recommend Bluehost to start. You can also use my website, Revolt Web Services, the web hosting company. I believe there's a discount code in the description. There's a discount code in the description if you sign up for like a 1, 2, or 3 year plan. Obviously, you don't have to do that. You can use Bluehost as well. Once you have that, head on over to ThemeForest, buy and download a premium theme. Once you download the premium theme, you're going to need to unzip it or unpack it, and then you'll need to go over to the back end of your WordPress site. The nice thing with the premium hosting companies, and I have it too, is you can do what's called a one-click WordPress install. And basically what that means is there will be a little icon or an application. It'll say, do you want to download WordPress? You click yes, and it'll run through everything. It'll download and install the backend, the framework, everything that you need to get started. Basically, like I said, that's why it takes about 20 minutes, because it's working to install it properly. You can walk away, go get a cup of coffee, plan out your day, whatever it is. It'll take probably 20 to 30 minutes for everything to get started. That's why the next step is to get a premium theme, download it to your computer, go over to Appearance, Themes, and then you want to go to Add New, Upload Theme, as you can see there. Find where it is. Usually it's in your Downloads folder. Then you can upload it into your WordPress theme. Then you'll select it. As you can see, it'll say Install. Then you'll want to go to Import Demo Data. It'll import everything for you. Then the next step after that is you want to go get plugins. Now, again, plugins add additional functionality on top of the theme. For example, if you wanted to have a timer, if you wanted to have if you wanted to have a landing page to collect people's email addresses, those are all premium or not premium. They're all plugins that add additional functionality. So you do that, you do that, you do that. You can spend a little bit of time. Actually, there are a few settings that you should probably be aware of. So if we go settings, general, you do want to add a little bit of a tagline because that's going to be a brief description. Website, that email address is incorrect. And then make sure that you change it to fit your needs. This time zone's actually wrong for me for whatever reason. Then you want to change some of the writing, reading, discussion, and permalinks. And then absolutely a must in I believe, is you want to make sure that you get a caching system, also a CDN. Those are the two must-have plugins that I would look into if I were starting a brand new blog today. Once you do that, you want to start getting into writing content. This part of WordPress, creating a WordPress site, should all be done in 45 minutes. The rest of the time for that day, like I said, you want to start creating content. You want to start generating passive income in 1 hour per day. So 45 minutes to create your website and all of that stuff through Bluehost. While that's working in the background, you should be finding keywords or keyword phrases, long tail keywords, finding and gathering them. Yep. Yeah, most places will have a one-click install. They should have one-click install at this point. We'll go to dashboard here. Anyway, yeah, so your hour should consist of 30 minutes, 45 minutes at most, installing WordPress, getting that up and running. The second 30 minutes should be you doing keyword research. You should already have an idea of how to pick the niche that you have. If you're not sure how to pick a niche, I created a video live yesterday on how to pick a niche. Basically, what I recommend is looking around, listening, eavesdropping, ear hustling, going to the gym, seeing what people are wearing, seeing what people are talking about, go to restaurants, see what people are wearing, see what people are talking about, go to Google Trends, see what's popular there, and start creating a niche that way, looking for your niche that way. But at this point, 30 minutes in, you should be spending the rest of your time looking up keywords. Now, what I do is once I find a keyword phrase, I copy that exact phrase and then I put it in a Google Sheet. Here is a Google Sheet that I have just for YouTube. In fact, I have a number of Google Sheets. As you can see here, and hopefully I'm not giving away the farm, but I have a number of Google Sheets here with just YouTube keywords and phrases. Now, some of these are basically the same over and over again, but but this is what you should be doing, getting hundreds of things to create content on, because this is how you're going to start building start your blog. This is how you're going to start creating content, and this is all just through the alphabet soup method. Basically, I go into Google, I go into YouTube, and I type in my keyword. So my keyword is how to promote ClickBank products, and then I do A, and then I do B, then I do C. And what I actually do is I take a screenshot of every single letter so that I can come back at a later date and write them in. And if I have that, I'll show you that too, just so that you get an idea of what it takes. If I go to my desktop, yeah. So if you look at here at this desktop, all of these are screenshots of my keyword research. As you can see, how to start making money online, and I'm not actually sure what letter that is, but this is all based on YouTube, and I just do a screenshot. So I can go back through. So that's a good question. The question is it okay to start in a money make make money online niche for beginners. I hear it's just too much competition. In reality, every single niche out there is going to be competitive. It all comes down to how much work are you willing to put in. You're going to enter into a really competitive niche. You've got to be willing to do the really competitive work. As I mentioned yesterday, if you are looking to get into make money online or health, wealth, relationship, technology, they're super saturated. They're super competitive. That's why people will quit after 6 months because they're not getting any traction. What I would do and what I have been doing is go a step above the next guy. If the next person is doing a YouTube and blog, you need to do the next step and do maybe create a Facebook group, or maybe you need to have a Facebook page, or maybe you need to get on LinkedIn and start creating content on LinkedIn. So let me just tell you my strategy, and hopefully this doesn't sketch out or whatever. So what I do, and I alluded to this earlier, after I create a piece of content on YouTube, I create the videos, I edit them, I do all of that stuff, and I save it to a network attached storage. The reason why I save it to a network attached storage is because I upload that exact same video onto my Facebook page. I upload the exact same video onto Pinterest. I upload that exact same video onto LinkedIn. I'm putting my content everywhere so people can find me everywhere. What I don't do a good job of, quite honestly, is I don't put my content on Instagram. I'm not a big Instagrammer. I started creating content on TikTok. In fact, my TikTok page is growing. I could actually do a TikTok right now, if just to kind of show you. Hey, it's Alston. I'm doing a Hey, it's Alston. I'm doing doing a YouTube live while I'm TikToking. Come check out my channel. That's as simple as it is when it comes to TikTok, and it's a great way. Yes, wigs are everything's competitive, but you have to be willing to do that next thing that next guy isn't going to do. Put your content everywhere. I upload, so when a video goes live, when I was doing recorded videos every day at 9 a.m., as soon as that video went live, I'd go watch my own video. I'd like my own video. I'd put a link to that video on Quora, Reddit. I was doing LinkedIn. I stopped. I got to start back doing that. Facebook group, Facebook page. I'm putting that content everywhere because I know that next person isn't willing to do that. That next person is going to create just a YouTube video or just a blog post, and they're going to wonder why they're not getting traction. But I want to be everywhere, so in the event that somebody sees me, they'll like my content and they'll follow me. They'll join my legion. I also send out my blog, and I don't do a great job of this. I send out my YouTube videos to my mailing list. So there are ways to start getting traction, but you have to be willing to put in the work. Most people, and this is why people quit after 6 months with affiliate marketing, because they create 15 YouTube videos and they wonder why, hey, nobody's checking me out. No one's watching my video. I'm putting up great content. First of all, you're probably not putting out great content if it's your first 15 videos, and you're not doing everything that's required. You may want to invest in buying subscribers. Now, people will say that's a no-no or they frown upon it. But when I say buying subscribers, I mean going through the YouTube platform, the Google platform, and putting up one of those ads in front of putting up ads in front of your competitors. What I did a few months ago is I went through Google Ads, and I ran a video. That video I got for free through V-Roll, and it said something like, "Are you still searching for ways to make money online? If yes, I may be able to help." And it was a link to my YouTube channel where they could subscribe. You have to be willing to do something. Do that next thing that the next person won't do, because that could be the difference between you making your goal, your target income, and you quitting after 6 months. So that's a long-winded answer, but yes, you can get into whatever niche you want to. There are people entering the niche and leaving the niche every single day. You have to, and to be perfectly honest with you, everyone on YouTube is probably saying the exact same thing. I may resonate with you differently than the next man. The next man or woman may have may strike a chord with you, and you become very passionate about them. Whereas you may think that I'm just rambling up just to ramble. But yes, the long and short of it, and it was a very good question. Is it too late to get started? The answer is no. There will be other people that will tell you it's too late to get started. I think part of that might be fear because they see that it was very easy for them to make $10,000 a month 5 years ago, whereas now it can be a little bit more of a struggle. They have to put out more content. They have to interact with their fan base or their client base, and they may have to spend money. Long-winded answer, but yes. And one way to do that is to go the next step. Find a competitor of yours and follow your competitor. There's a number of people that I subscribe to. I'm on their mailing list, and they're in the exact same niche as I am. They're creating the same type of content, but you have to see what your competitors are doing. I'm sure there's a group of people out here that are my subscribers, or they're on my mailing list, and they just basically want to see what I'm doing and saying, because they want to go that next step. The next step is to go door to door, because I want to be everywhere. I want people to Google Alston Godbolt or how to make money online and my face show up, and just me rambling or talking or whatever. But that's what you have to do when you're getting into a competitive niche. Now, if you want to create content on, let's say, underwater basket weaving, you probably don't have to go as intense as I am, because there aren't as many people in underwater basket weaving, but there's less money to divvy up, to take, to make, I should say. So again, long-winded answer, probably a 10-minute answer, and the short answer is yes. Get into it, start creating content, and to be honest with you, put your head down and don't listen to anyone else. It'll be very discouraging if you listen to these other gurus who are telling you it's too competitive, it's too hard. Put your head down, start creating the content. A lot of that is fear, frustration, because what was very easy 5 years ago is no longer easy. Is there any other questions? Wings of Legends, did I answer your question there? Give me a yes if I answered your question on my long ramble. So yeah, this is my life. This is what I do. I have an entire checklist of things that I do every single day. And I'll show you that if I can find it. If I can find it. Why don't I just bring it up? So we'll go Google Docs. And I don't mind sharing the secret sauce, what I do every day, because not everybody's going to be willing to do it. Not everybody's going to want to do it. People may see this and get scared. So this is my daily to-do list. And I do this every single day. I review Facebook and YouTube ads if I have them. I'm an affiliate for Legendary Marketer. It's basically a 15-day course which will allow you or teach you how to make $10K or more per month promoting affiliate products. It's an amazing course. It's only $7. It's worth the investment if you're looking to get into it. There will be a link in the description to get started with it. They also came out with an ebook. The ebook is $1.99, and I think it's called Affiliate Marketing Domination. Included with that ebook, you also get the 15-day Business Builder Challenge included. So for $1.99, you're getting all this amazing content. I certainly recommend getting that ebook if you have not already done so, because you get access to so many more bonuses that you won't believe. I go through and I look at Aweber, I look at GetResponse. I send out a video email every single day. I add 5 videos every single day to my YouTube or to my Facebook group. I create 2 YouTube videos. I edit 2 YouTube videos. I actually have been falling down on this part recently. I edit 2 YouTube videos. I do 2 uploads. I want to try and get ahead. I want to get weeks ahead, because if I get sick, you're welcome, no problem. Wings of Legends. Because if I get sick and I'm not going to feel like uploading, I create new pins for Pinterest. I create Instagram posts. I upload to LinkedIn. I upload 15 Pinterest pins every single day. I check my Google Analytics. I look at upload 6 Instagram posts, my lead gen secret, affiliate marketing course, blogging. I read 21 pages. I'm reading this book, and I've actually fallen apart. I've fallen down the last couple days reading this book. This book is called, hopefully you can see it, it's called Expert Secrets. I certainly recommend that you get this book because it will teach you how to create webinars and become a better leader. It'll help you sell better. That is important. I'm happy to hear that. I check ClickBank because I'm an affiliate for ClickBank. 5 uploads to a Facebook group. I upload a Facebook meme, which I didn't do today. I need to do that. Once I end this call, once I end this video, I need to upload a Facebook meme to my Facebook page because I'm trying to grow my Facebook page organically. I check my Amazon Associates. I check my ClickFunnels. I check my course on Udemy. I have 5 courses on Udemy. I have a ClickFunnels course on Udemy that you should check out. It's 100% free. Check that out. I check my Bitly stats. And then for my YouTube videos, I upload to Reddit, Facebook group, Facebook page, Twitter, Quora. I like it, and I pin a comment. I do that every single day. Why do I do it every single day? Because I know how competitive the affiliate marketing niche is. I know how competitive the make money online niche is, and I know how competitive YouTube is. And if I'm not willing to do this every single day, or at least do, let's say 85% of this every single day, I might as well look for something else to do. Because there's somebody out there that's doing this and probably more, and probably better. They probably found a more efficient way to do it. But this is what you have to do if you want to gain traction. It's just like getting a job at it's just like starting a business at a brick and mortar. Let's say you wanted to start a cement paving business. People aren't just going to come to you in the beginning. You have to go out and get those customers. Maybe you have to spend more time going door to door to find that customer, because that customer isn't going to find you. Maybe they've worked with the cement guys for 25 years and they know the cement guys. They're comfortable paying a higher price because they don't know you're there. I'm going out, I'm finding my customers, and I'm taking them. I'm taking them from wherever they were, and I'm bringing them over to me in a number of different ways. But you can do that too. You should do that too, because people that resonate with me aren't going to resonate with you, and vice versa. Do you guys have any other questions? Again, I've rambled. That's probably a 15-minute speech to a 5-minute or 3-minute answer. Do you guys have any other questions? Anything else you want to know? Again, the blogging, the WordPress blog, you just go out there and create content. I am doing well. How are you doing today? The question is, hi, how is everybody doing today? So yeah, I have to go put the kids to bed very soon. If you have any questions, feel free to either comment below. I answer every single comment that pops up, because that's another way to grow. That's a growth strategy. Either post them now, post them later, post them a week from now. I'll be happy to answer them. I think I'm fairly transparent at this point. My life is an open book when it comes to creating content. As I mentioned, I started because I thought I was going to lose my job. I felt fairly confident that I was going to roll in there one day and my job was going to be gone. Yeah, Wings of Legend says, I don't mind the long game. It's just that I would love a blueprint on how all of it comes together. There is just so much info out there. Now, I agree with you 100%. And that's why I would recommend investing in this ebook. It's $1.99. There's so much content in there that will tell you, that will help you kind of clear up a lot of the noise. Because if you watch this channel, I'll tell you to do things one way. If you, the next video that you watch, let's say John Cristani, because I just watched one of his videos, he's going to tell you to do something completely different. His way may not be wrong. My way might not be right. I recommend that you go check out this ebook. It's $1.99. It will tell you everything that you need to know, um, and I think it would help you. But my path isn't your path. You could probably get away with doing just YouTube and 2 or 3 social media networks. But I don't want to leave any doubt. When in a year from now, I want to say to myself that I've done every single thing that I could do to ensure my success. Yep. So and that's the other thing. Neil Patel, who's another guru, they're they're shifting. They're the way that they're doing things 5, 10 years ago is much different than they were doing now. They could put up a small, short blog post on how to weave a wooden basket underwater, and it would get hundreds of views within 2 days. Because there's so much noise out there, they're looking for the next way, and the next way is to create a course. You could create a course on Udemy and Skillshare and Coursera and all these other places because you need to get your name out there. You need to get what you do out there. And as people get familiar with you, they're going to want to know more about you. I'm sure people are Googling Alston Godbolt because they want to know what I'm doing, what I'm talking about. Do I make any sense? Am I a liar? The more you can get yourself and your content out there, the better. But yeah, it's to me, like I said a few minutes ago. In a year from now, I want to be able to look myself in the mirror and say, I did every single thing that I could do to ensure my success. And if you can do that with just creating YouTube videos and just blog posts, good for you. But for me, I want to be on LinkedIn, and I want to be on Pinterest, and I want to be on YouTube and blogging. I want to be everywhere because if you're everywhere, there's no excuse. And one final thing before I let you go is one thing that I think everyone will struggle with. I know that I struggled with it in the beginning, is people aren't going to like your content. You could say, um, babies are perfect, and there's going to be someone that's going to disagree with you. There's going to be someone that's going to downvote your content. There's going to be somebody that says hateful, spiteful, mean things out there. Once you learn to accept that, and it's funny, Erykah Badu, I don't know if you know who that is. She is an artist, and I had her CD early on. It was her live CD. She had a song called Call Tyrone. And at the beginning of the song, she said, now I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my SHIT. And believe it or not, you're a content creator, you're an artist. So you're going to be more sensitive when people have negative feedback for your content. Someone out there right now is having negative thoughts about me and my content. That's okay, that's fine, I'll survive. When you realize that, when you can accept that, your life will be better for it. You'll be able to sleep easier at night knowing that someone out there is gonna hate you. I know that when I got my first downvote on my YouTube videos, I was kind of disheartened and sad and frustrated, and I wondered what should I do. But you have to accept the fact that there will be people out there that no matter what you say, you could say all babies are perfect and beautiful. Someone will come back and say no, they're not. They'll downvote you. That's just the fact of life, and you'll kind of have to accept it. But if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I'll review and I'll comment and I'll get better. And my live streams will be less rambling. And I'll fix the internet issues. I shouldn't have any internet issues. I shouldn't be stuttering. I shouldn't be buffering or anything along those lines. But be sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Be sure to like. Be sure to comment. And I enjoy creating these videos. If you have any suggestions, if you want to see something else, if you want to see me create something else, certainly let me know and I'd be happy to create that content for you. But without further ado, I wish you all a good night. It is 8:10 here on a Sunday evening in the great state of Wisconsin. I bid you all adieu. Thank you very much for coming out. Thank you very much for listening to me ramble for 59 minutes at this point, going for an hour. Thank you for listening to me ramble. If you have questions, comments, concerns, leave them below, and I will address them. So thank you very much, and you guys have a good night.